Okay, so we're going to use bus stop when dividing a larger number. Now, as you can see, what's always going to help, and I'd advise doing this all the time, is write down the times tables before you start. So you can see I've written down my fives. Then I'm going to set up my bus stop. Again, because I'm using squared paper here, I'm using a square per number. I put 5 on the outside and then off I go. So I'm first going to see how many 5s fit into the number 7. Now, this one's quite an easy one to start. So 5 fits into 7 only once, okay? So I'm going to stop at first number in my 5 times tables, but what was the remainder? Well, I stopped at 5, but I had the number 7, so there's a remainder of 2. That gives me the number 25 here. Okay, so I'm now going to see how many 5s fit into 25, and then again, my table's already here for me, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that's 5 of them. So my answer is 15. Okay, so on this one, as you can see, I've already set it up a slightly larger number, but it's going to be the same process, and I've already written down my 8 times table. So I'm first going to see if 8 fits into 2. Well, 8 doesn't fit into 2, it's too big, so we know we've got to write a 0 there, and then carry the 2, because we haven't actually used that 2. Now that's now going to give you the number 28. Okay, I'm just going to show you a slightly different method in case you're struggling with just looking at the tables. So if I was just going to use my squares going across, again, you can just sketch this. If I was going to imagine a number line, but in my 8 times tables, so going up 8s, 0, 8, 16, 24, 32. I'm going to stop here because I want to see how many of my 8s fit into 28. Well, we know that's 1 there, that's 2 there, and that's 3 there. But 28 would fall in between, roughly in between 24 and 32. So somewhere in here, the number 28 would fall. So we know that 8 only fits into the number 28 once, twice, 3 times. So that's why we would stop at 24. Okay, but then how many's left over? Well, if we stopped at 24, but the number we have is 28, that's how you can then count your remainder of 4, okay? So if you are struggling with remainders, just sketch number lines really quickly and that will help. So I'm going to carry my remainder there. That now gives me the number 43. I'm going to see how many 8s go to 43. So if we wanted to, I could just keep going. So my next number here would be 40. My next number in my 8 times tables here would be 48, and then I'll stop there. So this time, where would 43 fall? Well, 43 would fall somewhere by here. So how many of my 8s would get me there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And then what's left over? 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put 5 with a remainder of 3. And then 8s into 32. Well, that does go nicely, as you can see there, or up here, 4 times. Okay, so a slightly different method. Here, just showing the remainders.